About to start recording. Mike's on, we're good to go. You run across a decent gas truck, let us know. For the shot.
You want a 3/4 ton too.
3/4 or 1.
3/4 or 1, single wheel 1 ton.
Yep. And I got in touch with Mel Hamilton, and they came up with one, but really nice looking truck. The 2022 with 157,000 miles on it.
Go to bed.
No maintenance history. You know, so it's like,
Try to keep it local.
yeah.
Sometimes they don't always have the best deal either.
Well, I know, but they got a big dealership, so they got a chance to find some stuff, you know.
Midway knows, I know some people out there.
Do you?
Okay.
You can put the word out now.
You get a hold of the guy I buy mine from and see what they got.
I see what he came up with was 3/4 crew cab.
4-door?
It
You
was
want 4-door?
Yeah.
I would like 4 doors, just because of all the tools and equipment that we carry.
4 doors are gonna be more of a
My dad
premium.
had some tape there.
Yeah.
My dad had one of those in slushy and he.
Extended could work, but
You're gonna have more value too when you go to get rid of it out of 4.
yeah.
4 doors, it's nice because sometimes if Ethan and I or whatever, and then we have someone else that wants to go, it's nice to have the
You
room
got a
because
bunch
we
of
have
crap you need to throw back.
a whole bunch of tools.
Sure.
This one has the 110 plugs in the cabin and the bed and
You made it.
Right.
And you can sit wherever you like. He won't be here.
I'm taking the shirt off.
Maybe even over.
And it had the fifth wheel foot package, so it had a separate boost ball or the can lock. So if we end up with a boost trailer,
These are the ones at the park.
My dad takes his.
the equipment was not.
Okay.
20 days to get it.
I can see you.
No maintenance.
Well, we did it
I'll put the word out over there
yesterday.
in the market.
It was a little breezy
Yeah.
yesterday.
Don't have
I
White.
think we had like 20.
Yeah, that would be ideal. Yeah.
And what was bad?
You don't want
is when we
red.
started pulling it out.
Or yellow.
Oh, yeah, you know.
And our wires
Yellow
got
would make it
twisted
look
all
like
the way
blue.
up.
Tape dispenser?
No.
Turn the light on.
I got a couple looking like things.
Yeah, we need to get rid of that.
I got one at work.
I mean, this is a 6.6
No.
with a 60 trim, and so, yeah. I mean, I like to say GM, but it's already GM, you know?
Yeah, I'm more of a GM.
I
4 doors.
Made it to
Hey Mary, how big around is the bottom?
I've worked on some of them Ford diesel pickups. Oh, they're expensive. You gotta take the cab off to do anything to them.
That's what I hear now.
We put a turbo on one over there to the shop here a couple of weeks ago, and that is just hateful.
Is it?
It's just hateful.
I was working for an international dealership when they started putting
The Navistar engine.
the Fords, yeah, so the 6.9s, yeah.
You gotta take the cab up, take the upper intake off, take the majority of the fuel system off, take the lower intake off.
We found the tape, we're good.
So, yeah, your input on this would be definitely beneficial.
I'll see what I can find for a little bit. You know, the Midway can move one in too for another lot.
I pledge allegiance
To
the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We'll call the meeting to order. Yeah, I know, I need to do roll call. She's on an EMS run, so bear with me. Rhonda Hamby, here. Jerry Krameyer, no.
Christina Smith.
Here.
Crystal Wilson.
Here.
Mary Jowers.
Here.
And Scott Layfield.
Here.
Approval of the agenda. Do we have anything we need to, anybody have anything?
Make a motion to approve the agenda as submitted.
Okay, bear with me, I'm trying to write down for Morgan here. Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Approval of a consent agenda. Approval of the minutes of November 13th, approval of warrants of payroll, and November financial statements. And I suppose you guys have taken a look at those.
No,
No.
I haven't. Oh,
You
they,
should,
they're,
yeah, you
yeah,
should
they're
have all
right
that.
oh,
The
they're,
financial statements, I don't know.
I have it.
Okay. Give you a moment to look.
The only thing I think that's not in the printed out stuff is the minutes.
From last meeting.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't know, didn't she email it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
'Cause I thought I saw it, but.
Let's just say for Crystal Wilson.
I don't know.
Sounds a little iffy.
I'm right.
There's yours, that's good.
Suspicious.
Yes. I know that $25 art thing. No, I'm just kidding.
So when you're ready, someone will approve.
You good, Mary? I'm sorry, I wasn't looking.
Motion to approve the consent agenda as submitted.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Okay, I do not know where her public forum opening is.
Hopefully on the top.
Okay.
Is that right?
Yes. At this time, the public will be recognized. Each person seeking to address the council will be recognized for a maximum of 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you must provide your first and last name, your city of residence, and the topic of discussion before beginning. After you have spoken, you may exit at any time, or you may quietly observe the remainder of the meeting. So at this time, we'll open public forum. So, anyone?
That was quick.
If not, we'll move on. And we have Darren Newfield here, and he's going to visit with us on the KDOT grant that Canton got approved for.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
congratulations, first off.
Thank you.
That's, number one, when I was here, we got the approval to get it submitted. I told you it's very rare that you get it on the first time. You gotta get it on the first time. I don't know, you had a nice little somebody on the shoulder somewhere.
Good
Yeah.
for us.
I don't know if I wrote anything good, but,
Yeah, it was all that.
it was well, it was obviously the right choice of words, and somebody else must have liked it, so.
Yeah.
So what, just as a reminder, refresher, we got, the state is kicking in $556,087.50, which you have to match at 25%, which is $185,000. So the total project cost will be able to do construction-wise is $741,500. We have in there the 3 streets, East and West Allen and East McPherson. What I've got for you, and you don't have to pass it tonight, but I want to get it to you guys, and you can disseminate it as a contract with us to start in on the design for that. Our contracts also include watching it during construction, doing all the testing that needs to be done, making sure we're following all the other KDOT rules. that they'll have out there for during construction. That's all part of our services, so that way you guys don't, you're more welcome to be out there with us, but you don't
I'm
have
out
to.
there
That's
with
what I mean. You don't have to be, is what we're saying is, we'll do all the pay estimate tracking. So when it comes time to pay the contractor and do the reimbursement to KDOT so that you guys get paid back for what you're paying them, we take care of all that paperwork. So the only thing you guys gotta do is review it in here, pass it, and send it off to, and it's electronically sent off.
Okay.
We'll get you set up with KDOT online account so that once we submit it via email, they put it in your account within 2 days, it's right back over here for you. So we'll take care of the bidding process, put together the whole package to go out to bids. We help solicit the contractors. We have an online bidding platform that a lot of contractors are tied to. With this kind of dollar amount, I don't want to say we pad it, because we didn't pad it, but we make sure it's covered with what we thought might be future cost raises. And I was planning out a year or two. Well, getting awarded this fast, we're in a position that we can get this thing out to bid and hit next summer's construction season, or worst case, probably next fall. And by doing that, it should keep the costs on the plus side for you guys. I mean, we shouldn't be pushing those costs, which means we're also, if not in the base bid, we'll do kind of an alternate bid system where we include the intersections on the back sides to make sure, and if we can, if we got other little problems that touch this, we can take care of those too with add alternates. So
We don't have any problems here, but.
I guess what I'm saying is we're gonna use
That's
to the
good to
maximum
know, yeah.
extent of money we can and
Right.
still keep it within the scope of what KDOT's allowing you to do, so. Are there any other questions about what we're able to do? Okay, exactly.
Yeah, so start date is next.
Okay, so, I forgot to look on this one to see, I'm pretty sure this is this year's money. I've got so many
25,
different.
it's 25 money,
Well, see, the state operates,
so 26 money.
well, that's when the state operates on a July to July.
Oh, okay.
And they're not on a,
This is 26 money.
well, I don't know about this grant though, when they released it, I don't remember if the money they gave you guys is 26 money, or whether it's actually 27 money. But even if it was 27 money, which means you couldn't get it back until after July 1st of next year, I'll look back and make sure.
I thought in
which
the
one
thing that you sent us, it said 27.
it is. 27, okay.
I
Which,
believe.
that just means we could actually start construction then even in May. We just can't probably apply for the first reimbursement until after July. So what I would do in the construction docs is actually get it set up so, hey, construction wouldn't start, they couldn't start until July 1. Which means right away, as soon as they start work, we can get money back from the state. Which fits the timeline of what we're going after anyway, so. I was pretty sure this one was actually their FY 27 fund. So, that being said,
We don't
like,
have anything tonight.
well, what I wanna do is I'm gonna drop this off to you guys and let you guys and legal counsel, however you wanna do it, look at it. This is just one of our standard contracts
Okay.
that outlines the scope of this project in there and all the itemized stuff of what we would do, for our design fee. The design fee and then the inspection fee that I have written in there is exactly what we had shown on the grant application. And what we do is we actually charge an hourly rate with a not to exceed. And that not to exceed number is the number that we had on the grant application for both of those fee setups. That way, if we can get it done faster, we're saving you guys money. So I'm only gonna charge you exactly what it takes to get it done. So, especially since in this case, you guys are paying 100% of our fees, so I'm gonna try to save you as much money as I can, so. But,
Now, we talked about a variety of different things when we went around here. Are you willing to help us identify and find funding for additional?
yes,
projects?
so my plan is that also as we're getting over here and getting started on these designs,
Yes.
we'll also go through and do that, a more detailed, I'm gonna call it a capital improvements plan.
Yes.
For your drainage and pavements. And then, there'll be another one of these cycles in April.
Yes.
I wouldn't exactly necessarily say we go for round 2 right away.
I understand.
typically KDOT, until they know you've got the first one either started or going or completed. Now, if it was an extension of this first one, in other words, if we were gonna do the next 2 blocks, let's say Allen going west or something, okay, then they might look at a next application. But if now all of a sudden we say, hey, now we got this drainage problem, you know, over here on the east side, or one of the other streets over here, drainage up by the tracks, or whatever, they're gonna be less likely to award you a second grant until this one's wrapping
in
up.
process,
Right, in
yeah.
process of wrapping up. So I guess during that, what I identify and you guys approve, let's see what happens with that to see if we actually try to go for April or wait till next fall and do it again in the fall. But yes, well, not only this program, but we'll see what other programs pop up.
Good.
Because right now, there's not a lot of other programs that are gonna meet or be able to fulfill the needs that
That we-
I've seen that we've talked about already.
Yes, okay.
There's just not a lot of other grant programs out there for this.
The important thing is that we continue to move forward.
Exactly.
So, yes. Okay.
Yep. So, I'll let you guys, like I said, that does not have to be passed tonight. Please disseminate it.
Okay.
I need to come back next month, because you guys only meet once a month, right?
Right.
Okay. I can come back next month and we can talk about getting that approved.
Yeah, I'll have her get copies to everybody.
That's fine. And then, because that way, we'll go ahead, I'm gonna have our survey department lined up to go ahead, probably right after your next month's meeting, which would be what, January 8th, 9th, something like that. 8th, okay. Sometime right after that January timeframe, I'll have our surveyors already on the schedule, so we can hit the ground running at that point, so we don't prolong anything out, so.
Okay.
Sounds
Okay.
good, thank you.
Appreciate it, and like, if anything else comes up in the meantime, let me know, give me a call, so.
Thank you very
It
much.
was a
Thank
very
you.
Thank you.
welcome Christmas gift.
I was gonna say, I look forward to working with y'all, and hopefully we can, do project one of many to get you guys back on, some good streets and
Some
drainage.
good streets, yeah, yeah.
So I know drainage is probably the, especially after this last, year of
Yeah.
everything we had,
Yeah.
so.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much, appreciate it.
Thank
Have a nice
you.
Christmas.
Oh.
New Year's.
Y'all too.
Take care now.
After I did packets.
And I'll still get you a copy of that too.
This is-
Okay.
Thank you. This is for the next mass vote.
Oh, okay,
I got it from Reese, but it was after I put packets together.
okay. Now we'll have the McPherson area solid waste price increase that we tabled last month. And what we've come up with is an ordinance providing for the amendment of ordinance number 692 and amending the charge for solid waste services. Be it ordained by the governing body of the city of Canton, Kansas, section 1, each resident in the city of Canton, Kansas shall be assessed a pass-through rate for the use of any trash container provided by the McPherson area solid waste utility for removal of solid waste refuse by arrangements between the city of Canton and McPherson area solid waste utility. Any year-to-year increase or decrease in the assessed cost from McPherson area solid waste utility to the city of Canton will be passed along to each residents in the city of Canton, Kansas based on the number of trash containers utilized. Section 2, the effective dates of this increase shall be January 1st, 2026 for the new calendar year and every January 1st thereafter, and shall be effective in full force and effect as of such date after publication one time in the official city newspaper. Passed and approved by the governing body of the city of Canton this 7th day of December 2025.
And this ordinance number will be 696.
So do we need
Yeah, I do, and I'm trying to, when I was looking this over, but we have the 5%, and that's the rate that we're gonna continue at
It's
this time.
That's the rate they increased
Okay, and what is,
from last year.
what is our,
So like, it'd be the same percentage. So
went up like
like
60
if
cents.
this is their rate, it went up 5%. So our rate went up 5%.
and we still, this is what percentage?
I don't
Or
know.
just the
This
amount?
is what they charge us, and this is what we charge customers. So the dollar amount is differences here.
Right,
But the percentage, I just went from what we charge now, added the percent mass loop increase to get our new charge.
okay.
So if they went up 5%, our price went
I
up.
guess that was my
5%.
question. I thought last year we had decided to, like, increase, you know what I mean, like, the difference was, like, they charge us $10, we're adding 5% to that. Does that
It
make
didn't
sense?
get put in the old one.
It did not, I'm sorry, say that again, I'm
No,
sorry.
it did not get put in that old one, so the old, I should have sent that along to you as well, but what was passed last year, which is the 692 referenced in there, was just saying, 1 container, here's your price, 2 containers, here's your price, so on and so forth.
Okay.
And that was it. So this is just supplementing that, we're not repealing that, so that's still the base that's on file, but now we're just saying that anything additional that they're gonna charge us, we're gonna pass it through.
So if they add 5%, we're gonna add 5%.
We're in the add
If they decrease it,
If,
Right.
exactly,
And hopefully you never touch this again until you're looking at a different contractor.
okay, that makes sense now.
The way it was passed last year was just a one-time. It wasn't for consecutive years.
Okay, which is why we're doing this again.
yeah.
Okay, that answers that, that makes sense now, okay.
So we need, I'll make a motion to pass ordinance number 696, which is a supplement to ordinance 692, regarding the increase in solid waste management fees.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Next is Casey's 2026 C&D license approval, which Morgan found out in an aftermath that we needed to get that taken care of.
There were changes made on the state's side, but the statute still states that it must be approved or denied by council, by the governing body. So it still does need approved by council, even though it has already been to the state. The state did not approve or deny it, they just still are leaving that up to the city.
So we just need a motion to approve it. Okay. I'll make a motion to approve Casey's cereal malt beverage license for 2026.
I'll second that.
And all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Opposed? Thank you. Okay, last month we talked about the community center rental fee, and we went up from 50 to 100, and that's working out just fine. We also stated that we wanted a $50 refundable deposit. That's not working out so well. So I'm going to
I
ask
think we
that.
ought to up it.
Well, I'm just gonna ask that part be rescinded, because I put it out there for everybody to help out on this. When we were in the meeting, everybody was,
I need a schedule and then I can do it. I need
I
something
sent a schedule.
physical in my face. When I'm on, when I'm in and out on my bus,
I'm just saying,
you know what I mean?
it's a very difficult thing to
Right,
do, because you don't know what time they're gonna get done utilizing this.
I think we ought to just
We
keep it
do
on a
have in
day-to-day
here,
basis.
Mary, we do have in here on 9, at the end of 9, an additional fee will be charged if the room isn't clean. So we still have that, it's just not,
I think we need to stop splitting the time up on the day. They can either have it this day or they can have it that day. That's where we're running into our issues on making sure it's clean for the next person, you guys. When it's rented out by one person for a day, it needs to stay with that person. It's too crazy to try to get 2 people in there.
It doesn't
in one
ever
day.
go to 2 people in one day.
Okay, so, I mean,
no.
No, that
But-
happens.
It never does, but
okay,
the time, when we ask for time of use, it's just for us to know that they'll be in there at 8 AM, or they're going to use it from 8 to 8, or they're gonna not come till 6, but use
Right,
it till
right,
midnight.
right.
And it's
Right.
just for us, because I always tell the renters that if they have any trouble, like with the door lock or something,
Okay.
that they can call maintenance, but us knowing it's evening or morning or whatever just kinda gives us a,
so if
I
they
think-
say they're gonna be there at 8 o'clock in the morning till 8 at night, if we drive by and it's 8:30, I mean, are we gonna be picky or not? Okay, that's my whole thing. And I have no problem coming up here and checking out the stuff. Could you just give me a list of them? I'm just being honest
Well,
with
like
you.
I say, I sent the
I know you
list,
did,
I
and you
asked.
sent it over Messenger, and Mary works better with paper right in front of her
Okay,
face.
well,
So
yeah,
I
you
can
said
check,
you'd get back to
check,
me, and I
check, and I
heard
never
back.
did because
Yeah.
it's been crazy.
But I'm just saying, I don't know that
and I'm gonna be honest with you, I am not willing to handle somebody else's cash. I
mean,
will
she
not
made a
take
fine
that
point.
liability, cause we have to give them their money back, and I
Well,
am
why
not.
can't they wait until that following Monday?
they
Why-
don't always come from in town.
Yeah,
I mean, we have people that rent
Okay,
it
but,
from
you know, when
Pratt.
I've rented buildings, okay, the Legion, to be exact with, they send it to me, they send it back to me in the mail. In a check, I'm sorry.
But a lot of people don't have checking accounts anymore. I mean, there's.
Yeah, but they
a
can
lot
still
of-
take the
I'm
the
just
checks
throwing
from the
stuff
city,
out there,
from the city,
so,
giving their
yeah.
deposit back.
I-
They can put it in their bank, they can at least do that if the city's gonna give them their money back. I mean, am I wrong?
No, they can.
I mean, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
Do we have,
but
you have the
why would we
ability
do
to
cash
credit somebody
anyway?
back
To me,
on
that's
their-
not, it's not good
cards?
business to be
You
doing
can't do
cash
cards.
back
Yeah, I
and forth
would
in
do
your
cash
hand.
there.
Okay, but here's.
We only take cash or check, so yes, we can take anybody's $50 cash or check. But then in order to mail it back to them, we would have
I
to
don't wanna
either.
spend a lot of time on this. I just.
Okay,
I
I
just,
just so, yeah.
yeah, I just think the $50 refundable is,
So at this point in time, we can.
So what happens if they
well,
don't
it's
do what
in,
they're supposed to do?
it's in here
It's
that
in here,
a
they're charged an
$50
additional
additional
fee.
fee will be charged if rooms are not clean. We haven't had an issue ever, I mean.
Oh, but that's when you're gonna.
Well, chance, I mean, I don't let us, it's gonna hit
We
us in
could
the
forego
face,
the
but
$50
So you just wanna X out the deposit.
that's what I wanna do.
Then we need to
because
charge more for the rent fee.
that's-
We need to go up to
that's up to you guys.
$150 on the rental fee then. To
That's-
me,
Well, if there's never been a problem though, and they're always gonna get their deposit back, let's just say,
then let's,
then we're only gonna get $100 anyway. It's not.
I feel like it should be a little bit more than $100.
A lot of times the motivation to clean it up is the fact that they will get the $50 back,
Exactly.
okay?
I'm right there with you.
True.
Okay.
But if we're not gonna charge them, then they're gonna be
But
like, well,
I
who
don't want
cares?
any more to do, so I don't
Right.
wanna do it.
Well, okay, but
If somebody wants to take this over, I'm done.
I mean, my whole thing is,
I'm saying, I mean, I kind of agree with Rhonda on this one, that we don't do that cleaning deposit. If we do come up with an issue, then we can revisit it at that time.
okay, but what are you gonna do to them? They've already paid the rental fee, what are you gonna do to them if they tear it up?
It says a $50 additional fee will be charged if the rooms are not.
But don't they pay for it before they get it?
Yeah.
Okay, so how you
You
gonna charge them $50
You
extra?
send them an
You
invoice.
send them an invoice.
Okay, but I say if the rent, forget
Okay,
the
but
deposit
at
then.
this point in time, we can forego the $50 charge, and when we get a new computer system in, it may give us the ability to start processing things by credit cards, which would be nice. And
It
which-
won't,
There
it won't
needs to be a
in
deposit.
the
They're
office,
just gonna
it
charge
will
stuff.
online for utility payments, but it will not give us a credit card machine in the office, that's completely separate.
Okay.
Square's free.
Yeah, there's several
Yeah.
free ones, it just has to tie to the bank and the
Yeah.
software.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Alright.
that's something we need
Do
to
what
look
y'all
into,
wanna
but for right now, I think foregoing the $50 charge is the best course of action, and we'll address it if the need arises down the road. What do you think? Or we go to $150 charge?
I mean, our community's already, they paid taxes, they already paid for that building.
Right,
They're
but we
living
still,
in the community.
But a
Right,
lot
but
of
they
people are not in the community
exactly.
that.
Rent it out.
Maybe if
Some of
they
them
don't live
are,
here,
not
we charge
all.
an outside
You
fee.
can charge an outside rate and an in-city rate to be residents of Canton, and then outside,
We maybe
Right.
just revisit this in January, but just X the thing for now until
And we
January.
rescind
That's
the
kinda
part
where
of
we're
the
at.
$50.
Exactly.
That's
We'll
all
know-
I'm asking.
And then we'll talk about it next month.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let's get
There
it.
we
I'm
go.
fine with that, so.
Do
All
we
right.
need to make a motion on that?
Make a motion on that, whoever wants
Let's go,
to.
somebody please.
Crystal?
Oh, sure, okay. We're gonna make a motion to rescind the $50 deposit on the community center rental, and we will revisit, the rates in January.
I'll second.
And all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. First of the year, we have a CD with the State Bank of Canton. It was originally set up at $250,000, it's probably sitting at $260, something in there. I don't have the exact number on it, but, the State Bank of Canton would renew that for 6 months at 3 1/4. Citizen State Bank gave me 11 months for $386.
3 1/4 or 3 1/2?
No, I think it was 3
You
Did I
told me
tell you
3
3
1/2, yeah.
Was it 3 1/2?
Mhm.
Okay, 3 1/2, cause I didn't bring my piece of paper that I wrote down. Okay, thank you, I'm glad I called you today on that. Okay,
Can you say
3.86 and 3.5 is what you had told me.
yeah, so
And citizens of what?
3.86 for 11
But
months.
I did, so the one at 6 months and the one at 11 months, I did a calculator for amortization of what we would
Right.
make, and it's a $91 difference. So it's not like we're gonna lose a lot of money if
And-
we leave it where it is.
Exactly, because let's not bite the hand that feeds us
Yeah, I
sometimes.
know, I'm just,
Well,
I'm
I
just
do like-
throwing it out there, so
I
you
will
know.
say, the $91 difference, that puts it in perspective.
Yeah.
But we also have things coming up, we got this grant, we're gonna have to
We
free
might
up
need
money,
that,
and
yeah.
6 months is right about the time they may get started.
Yeah.
And we may have
What's
to be
your
making
sewer
some
pump
payments.
Right.
So,
And we could, once
And
we
in
get
6 months.
reimbursed, we could start a new one and,
exactly.
yeah.
So I feel like for $90, the 6 months with what we're diving into right
Mhm.
now,
Really?
is a little bit,
That's too low?
I
am I
think so
wrong?
too.
A little
No.
bit better, just because of the timing.
Yeah,
When do our other CDs mature?
oh, we just renewed
August.
them, so it'll
August.
be.
Yeah, they
August.
were 11,
Oh,
they
yes.
were all 11.
Okay.
So we'll have
So-
6 months.
There,
we'll have-
I'm sorry, there's one CD at the state bank that does renew in April. Then there are 3 CDs at Citizens that renew all in August. We have 2.
Oh,
at the state
okay.
bank.
Okay.
And
So
the
we'll
one
be-
state is how much?
I don't know off the top of my head the cost, but one renews January 1st, one renews April, I think 14th.
So it's a pretty even split
have
where
to
we
look
have
at
it
the
now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
think
be
it should
honest,
stay.
I like the
it should
6 month option with what we're
I
diving
just wanna
into.
get approval that I can renew that.
Yeah.
'Cause it'll come
I'll
up.
make a
Yeah.
motion, to go ahead and renew, the
With the state
CD
bank.
at the State Bank of Canton at
Okay.
the 6 months and 3.5%.
Okay.
I'll second.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'll second.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Who officially seconded that?
Crystal.
Crystal?
I was louder.
Wasn't me.
Okay, now we have the Evergy franchise renewal.
Okay,
Ready?
history.
I don't, yeah, I don't.
I
We
don't
don't
know
have
that I
anything.
printed it for packets, I'm sorry. History is that there was an ordinance passed, November 7, 2005. It was 3% for 20 years.
3%.
20 years is up.
They sent the renewal,
3%
process.
of what?
Sales from
Oh,
Evergy.
Okay.
I believe. I don't know what the restrictions and specifics are, but
If I remember reading the legal stuff correctly, it's what they deemed was their profit, was
Right.
the 3% of,
Got it.
there were some exceptions to
It's a
that.
monthly.
Yeah.
Okay.
they paid monthly. The new ordinance that they sent for us to consider, is 5% for 20 years. It's otherwise the same ordinance.
And this is what we pay them to have them here, or?
No.
They pay us
They pay
a
us.
percentage,
On their
basic,
sales.
essentially like a sales tax.
Oh, okay.
For the service in our area, they pay us that percentage.
And we're giving them right of use of roads, alleys,
Yeah.
Utility
Which-
easements.
utility easements, all of theirs.
Yeah, this afternoon it worked out great, cause the transformer at my grand's house blew this morning, and she didn't have any power, and they were there right away, fixing it. so.
Twice. Today.
But there's really no rebuttal in there, I mean, we
Yeah,
take
no, I
what
Take
they
it or
say.
leave it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Would
they-
you like power or?
Right,
Exactly.
We're trying to
It is
improve
cold weather
things, not
season.
go back
Maybe we
to-
can revisit it back in the summer,
won't
but no, I'm
argue.
just kidding.
This is it, guys.
Okay.
Okay, that's
okay.
it.
Yep,
So,
Okay.
okay.
what would the new ordinance?
The new ordinance number is 697, and if somebody wants to make the motion, I can hand you this, if you just read the top portion. I think that
Christine, looks like you're right there.
would be sufficient.
People won't have to
If
go
you just
very
wanna
far.
do the top, I think that is sufficient, and then give the rate.
Just this top?
Yeah, I would just do this little section, and then say it's 20 years at 5%.
Ooh, you even have it bolded.
They did that for us.
Okay. I'm gonna make a motion to approve ordinance number 697. This is an ordinance granting, to Evergy Kansas Central Incorporated, a Kansas corporation, its successors, and assigns an electric franchise, prescribing the terms thereof and relating thereto, and repealing all ordinance or parts of ordinance inconsistent with or in conflict with the terms hereof. Be it ordained by the governing body of Canton, Kansas, for a period of 20 years during the term of this franchise at 5%.
Mhm.
Did I miss anything?
Mhm.
Okay.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Next thing on the agenda was employee Christmas bonuses. And did everybody get a listing of the
Mhm.
employee? Okay.
Just need the ordinance.
So if anybody wants to start that, or?
Top left is what we have done in the previous years, correct?
Correct.
Is there any like prorated amount based on start date or, an adder for length of employment or
I'm
anything
seeing
like that?
part-time and new here.
Last year was at least, I just went back a few years in the meeting minutes.
Mhm.
And last year was the first time in those last couple of years that, full-time employees that had been here for a longer portion of the year received larger amounts, and then there was a prorated essentially. Because we had an employee that had just started in November
Right,
and some very part-time employees.
yeah.
Yeah, we're not seeing many part-time officers in here, are we?
No. And I did list, what months they worked on that list,
Mhm.
so.
Mhm.
Oh.
So, on the part-time, are they like, is that like a revolving thing where they come back every year? Because if they're just part-time and they worked 3 months out of the year, but
I
they're
know.
not gonna come back next year.
These
do
would
they-
have been our part-time officers, right?
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
so those three, well, there's, this part-time that you're seeing down there, there's two.
Okay, uh-huh,
That, in specific, that you mentioned, January, February,
Right.
September, August, September, those would have been our part-time
Okay.
officers before we hired another full-time
gotcha,
chef.
okay, got it. That
And
makes
they were
sense.
also part-time, maybe not these officers
But
specifically. we haven't
other
do it, but
ones,
we've had part-time officers when Mark was full-time.
right,
But these are a list of our permanent employees. They did not
Got
include
it, okay.
seasonal or temporary
okay, cool.
employees.
That's what I was basically like, is it
Mark
seasonal or
is
what is that?
really no longer part-time, but he was for
The majority of the
year,
year, yeah,
yeah.
so. Got it.
And Samuel did come back
Oh, good.
yesterday, part-time.
Yeah.
He got released for work, so,
Nice.
yeah.
Well, I would definitely say if you'd wanna continue with the prorated for the newer employees and give like a percentage, you know, based on the time they've been here for the year. That's how most companies do it. If you've been here the full year, you get the full amount, and if you started in the middle, you get half, you know, whatever you decide on the proper allocations are for it, but.
Okay, do you wanna go per employee then, or?
You're good, if you don't mind, give me just a minute here.
Okay,
I'd
sure.
like to. Gather my color
But to
coding.
incentivize longevity, I would consider doing an adder after so many years, you get an extra percentage or an extra amount. It's just something like our company does, you know, like.
One thing to
Where's-
consider in figuring these bonuses is that the current employees are paid far better than they were previous years,
Very true.
okay?
So where's our, yeah.
But I don't see anybody on here that's been here more than a year, so, I mean, it's not irrelevant right now, but in the future, we're looking
So you'll
to
have
keep employees.
Austin, Morgan, and Aaron that have been here, cause you didn't put your dates on here.
Right,
But
we've been
we've
here
been-
the full year, essentially. Austin
Right.
started January 20.
Yeah, that's full
But-
year.
So we have 3 employees that have been here pretty much for the full year.
Full year and they're full time,
Aside from Austin, 20 days. You can do with that what you want.
whatever.
And then correct me if I'm wrong, please. And the 3 current, well, I'm gonna say partial, they haven't been here for the entire year, right?
Mhm.
Is gonna be Dominic, Samuel, and Ethan.
Yeah, that's
Right?
what I have.
Is that
here.
correct?
Yep.
Okay. So that would be keeping to.
It looks like they all started in the, you know, towards the end of the year.
Right, I mean, kind of a quarter, right?
Yeah, a quarter.
So are we thinking the same amount or a different amount for our new employees, those 3? Cause, I mean, what the earliest is gonna be September.
Yeah, I would do a prorated on the 3 that have
What
just
number did
started.
you have in mind?
Well, if I was looking at start date, and I'm just thinking in terms of quarters because it's easier math, but 125 per quarter equals 500, so I would look at 125 for the newer employees and the full amount for the ones that were here the full time. Same with the part-time folks, you know, we obviously don't wanna give our part-time folks more than we're giving our permanent part-time people.
Right.
So that's something that we would want to consider too.
So
So either we make it match or we
I
adjust the other, because
agree
it's not
with you,
fair to give
Crystal.
somebody who worked 3 months,
No, fair point.
and, you know, something more than the ones that are gonna
Right.
be here permanently.
Right.
You're the numbers gal, that's why I asked.
So
That's
you're
why I keep my
thinking
mouth shut.
Dominic, Ethan,
Samuel,
Samuel, the 120.
Yeah.
125.
Unless we're going to give the part-time cops the full 250.
Well, I wouldn't play
I-
with
that was-
that. I was
I
thinking
wouldn't.
125.
Yeah, cause
Yeah,
they're
that
Yeah,
was
but
just for
they're-
last year.
Yeah.
Cause they're not a full-time employee, so
Absolutely.
I would say across the board, be
Right,
125 for
I
all
would
of those
propose our
others.
full-time people, the 3 that you mentioned,
Mhm.
just because they're full-time. Do we go 150, 175 for them? And do you
We
maybe
could, yeah.
100, and then 100 for the others that aren't working right now but did for us this year?
I think
Our
that's, either
part-time-
way's fair, I
Are our
think.
part-time officers still employed by us?
Yes, these are only
Yeah.
current
They're
employees.
still employed, but you're looking at 3 months on one and 2 on the other.
Exactly,
Yeah.
to me,
Exactly.
that's,
Do you see what I'm saying
Jiminy
here?
Christmas.
As Crystal said, I'm just not, I'm not
With the exception
comfortable.
of Mark, who lived here and,
right, exactly.
you know, was the chief of
Right.
police most of the year.
Right,
So I mean, what are your thoughts on that? Doing like, do we go 150, 175 for our 3 full-time employees that haven't been here that long? And then reduce that down to 100, 125?
I think that's fair.
I think 150's a good number.
Yeah,
For which
And then
one?
the prorated,
The prorated ones for
Our 3
yeah,
full-times?
right.
Okay,
I think that's fair.
150.
Mm-hmm.
Now, our part-time officers, are we considering giving them a bonus?
100.
And I think we go 100 on the rest.
Yeah, I have,
Yeah.
so what I have wrote down is Dominique prorated at 150, Aaron's full-time, so the full amount. Mark at the 250 full-time, part-time for the year, cause let's face it, he was here most of the year.
He was.
Samuel at the 150 prorated, Ethan at the 150 prorated, Brandon and McFall at the 100, and then Austin and Morgan at the full amount.
What kind of hours did our part-time officers actually put in? Was it
20 a month or something, 20 hours?
That's the max.
The
was-
maximum.
Right, max they
But they're
do,
paid
yeah.
hourly for
Right.
the hours they specifically.
What
So
kind
they
of
could've
hours?
worked 5 hours that month.
Okay, so
Yeah.
here's what I'm not,
Exactly.
yeah, that's why, I mean, the 100, right?
Yeah, just
In
for
my opinion.
appreciation,
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't have to do it,
They took
you
time
know what
out
I
of their
mean,
lives
they
and
took time out of their
days
schedule,
to support us.
right. And then for the,
Uh-huh.
for Morgan and Austin and them, the 500?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's what I'm thinking.
yep, sounds good to me.
Okay, we'll need a motion on this.
Okay, Crystal,
Okay.
get her done.
I wrote it down too.
I will make a motion for the, employee Christmas bonuses that Aaron, Austin, and Morgan receive the full-time amount of $500, that Mark received the full, part-time amount of $250, that our new employees Samuel, Ethan, and Dominic receive a prorated amount of $150, and our volunteer part-time police officers Brandon and McFall receive $100 each.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Don't do it. Okay.
Doing it.
All right. We're gonna move on, keep this rolling. Police report, Dominic is not here because he called and he's on a high-speed chase anyway, so.
He
had
was
plans
calling
to
and
be here.
driving.
Yes, he was. Anyway, so we will go on to maintenance report.
Did he send you, have me send you a report?
Don't believe so.
It's all you.
Not this.
Keep it rolling, I like this.
Okay, so as you all know, we've been putting up some Christmas lights. We got the Merry Christmas sign up late evening yesterday. We would've liked to get it up a lot sooner, but we put all new rope lights on it, and we ordered one, and they weren't very bright, so we sent them back. Got some different ones, started getting them on last letter, and we made the last bid, and it started flickering, and the whole strand went out.
Man.
So I had to order splice kits for that, got it finally working, so it's up. Worked on some power in the community room and our office. We got it's called a hockey puck, and it's for the new meters that we're putting in. And it allows us to take the hockey puck and go out there and put it on the little adapter that goes to your meter lid, and I can read the brains of the meters, and I can read back, I think it was 90 days. So I can see if you're using water continuously, so that way I can detect a leak.
I'm using water continuously, but it ain't a damn leak.
So the nice thing about it is leak detection. If someone says, there's no way I use this much water, I can go back and say, hey, December 20th, it says you used 7,000 that day. What did you have going on? Oh, we had our water softener was bypassed. Okay, so it helps us identify problems. And then we've taken our kind of normal quarterly sewer samples, and we've taken extra water samples. And like Rhonda, I think said, Samuel is back. He's doing very, very part-time right now. He's doing somewhere between 3-ish hours, sometimes 4, depends on how he's gonna feel. And like I said, it's very light duty, so I'm having him do some filing, getting binders put together for KDHE stuff coming, and just kind of keeping the shop up for maybe a month or something. Now, this is information. It's obviously we don't have another council meeting until next month of the year, but as everyone knows, prices are going up. Our water meters that we are buying, which I did talk to our representative, and he said that you can't even hardly buy mechanical meters anymore, which is what we have before we're putting in the new electronic complete pass-through meters. So the old meters we had, can't hardly get. So that's why, good thing we're already buying the new meters. But the problem is they're going up like 12%. So originally our meters are $186.16 a piece. And I wrote it down somewhere.
It'd be like a $20 increase.
You said 186?
Yeah, $186.16 per meter.
Cause 10% would be $18.61.
And so, again, this is information slash whatever you wanna take it as, but I called our representative and I said, so if I bought the rest of the meters right now, which that's a lot of meters, I'm just information. He would even give us a price cut on what we're paying now, cheaper, to $181.16 per meter, which is not that much, but it's $5
How many
a meter.
you figured out?
255 is what, if you go off of the 355 meters
That's
that
what
we
you
have
have
in the
left?
whole city, that's the whole city.
Okay.
Because I don't know who has a 1 inch, I don't know who has 3/4, I don't know who has, I mean, I can get pretty close, but with 255 meters at the reduced rate and the adapters that go in the meter pit lids, it's $48,862.80.
Which was that again?
How much? $48,862.80.
And then what was the price he said he would give you?
He's giving you $5
Yeah,
off.
$5 off per
The
meter.
current price.
The current
So,
price. So with the 12% added on, it would be an extra $6,000.
plus $5.
But how many do we need to complete the town?
I would buy the 255.
We still need that many?
I know.
I put in 100.
Okay. If we buy all the meters now, we're only gonna save like $1,300.
From
From the
The price it
discounted
is right
rate to
now.
the increased rate, so
with 12%.
the increase is $22.34 each, right, with the 12%. That's on the 186. So your total price on those is like $208 and some change or whatever. The cost of the increase is $56.96.70. That's for 255 meters. That's the
Okay.
extra cost we'll pay. If we buy them now, we're only gonna save $1,320.
Okay.
So it's up to you guys if you think that the investment is, and would he still give you the discount if we say only bought 125?
Yeah, what
Have to
about
be the
half of
full
those?
250.
Oh,
Well,
no.
tell him he's not very nice then.
He didn't even want to give it to me
What
now
did you
because it's
say
too
the-
small of an order.
The savings was.
Okay, so we could buy technically half at the current rate, right, before the end of the year. And that would reduce our cost increase for next year by $2,700. So we, instead of paying an extra $5,700, basically, we'd only have to pay an extra $20.
So buy half of them now.
Buy 125 now?
Now, and then next, yeah,
And that's still $24,000, correct?
Well, you take the 18616
Times
times
one.
125.
186. That's 23,270.
and how much are we saving by doing that?
We're saving, if we're buying, well, 155 is
Half
a
of
little
them.
more than half, or 125 is a little more than half, but we would be saving. Oh, not 290,000, hold on, need a decimal in there.
Okay.
Sign us up.
Yeah.
Right, times 125, we'd be saving $2,800.
Okay,
Now,
sounds a
what
little
price
better.
did you put in it per meter?
186.16.
yep,
I just wanna make sure you didn't put the reduced price.
Nope.
You didn't
Nope,
get-
I didn't even write that one down, I just knew you
I
told me
don't know,
$5
what's
off,
everybody's
so.
feelings on that? Go ahead and get it in half
Do
of
we
them.
have the money?
Yeah, that's,
I was just,
yeah, we have the money
I was just
first.
telling you.
Yeah.
I just wanted you to know
Yeah,
the
we have
price
the
increase.
Information.
I mean,
We've got the money, I mean, it's.
Do we have the place to store 'em?
I got like 4 buildings.
So that's a yes.
Yes.
Okay. And how fast will you get those installed?
right,
Well, it doesn't matter, you got 125 and the winter season to get it done. We're not gonna be able to order any more till next year
right,
anyway,
exactly.
so,
I'm not gonna put a timeline on that.
How many are you doing now?
Depends on the weather and everything else, I'm
yeah,
sure.
winter's just.
Yeah, it's very.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, we probably won't do much during the winter.
Okay, so they'll
But
still
we'd be
sit
saving
warm
the
out.
money.
But we'll
If
save,
there's less spiders and snakes,
I just
Actually,
don't,
that's probably where they go to hide, because when I go to turn my sprinklers on, I gotta flick my leg clear across the yard.
I mean, I don't
got
really,
in a 13-inch snake today.
Oh my
I
God.
don't really have a
There's a
concern
lot.
on the timeline that we get them done, just
Right,
that,
but if we
Yeah.
can
if we're
say,
saving that much,
oh, yeah, for half of them,
we
yeah,
know that's half
absolutely.
of ours, and then that will
Right.
also allow you to get a better gauge on the different sizes, am
Right,
I correct?
right. Sounds good,
not necessarily, I mean,
well,
You'd be able to place an
Right,
order and have them
exactly.
for use.
I mean,
Right.
125, I know there's
Yeah.
125, 100% sure that they're
That you can use.
that size.
right,
Yeah.
okay.
Right,
I'm
and that's
gonna
what I'm
guess that
saying,
there's probably like 10 1-inch meters in this town.
but we'll have a
For
better
services.
idea if you go to replace one
Right.
and you can't,
Right.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, cause I've already ran into 2.
Right,
Yeah.
okay, so I think that gives us a better gauge for the second half, or
Yep.
whatever that may be, right? Okay. Yeah, I'm good with
Anybody
the
wanna make a motion on
125.
that?
I think that's all you, Mary Jowers.
Oh, I'm just listening.
I was just
Sketchy
listening.
voice, nobody wants to hear the sketchy voice.
I'll make the motion to go ahead and order 125 of the water meters.
The current.
At the current rate of the 186.16 each per meter, not to exceed 24,000.
Now, does that include the
You don't know
dongle?
I was gonna
Yeah,
say
it's
that,
23,000.
but
Yes.
that doesn't include the adapter piece,
Does
correct?
that include the dongles that go with them?
The dongles, yes, but not the thing that goes into the meter pits, but I don't have to have those right now.
Okay, so we're getting in on the current price, so it does not increase to 12%, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What things are going to the meter pit?
It's those plastic pieces that we have to cut a hole in the top meter pit.
Okay, that's what I was.
They're $10.46.
That's what I was talking about, the dongles, yeah, so, yeah. That allows you
You
to,
made the motion.
I
Swipe,
made the motion,
you know.
it just needs a second.
I'll second that.
All those in favor,
Aye.
Aye.
opposed? So you can get 125 rocking and rolling.
And you didn't even have to ask for money, see?
No,
See how that works?
I mean, I kinda do.
I mean, you were just telling
I'm
us.
sure he's got more.
Yeah.
No, I'll come back next month with this price, but, I just wanna have Ethan and I go to the normal thing that I think everyone's been to every year, but it's the KRWA Winter, Spring, Summer, or Fall, Conference and Exhibit in Wichita. They do it every year. I'm not worried about doing it like this month because I don't need a hotel room. Like 7 of them are already full. So it's a very busy conference.
And that's in March?
Yeah,
Was it?
it's 24th, 25th, and 26th. I think 26th is normally a half day, so it's 2 full and a half.
Okay.
And at that conference, Ethan won't be able to take his class 1 of anything, but if he wanted to, he could take his small system water and wastewater at that class if he wants to. I don't have a preference if he wants to or not, but
What's the cost of the class, do you know? Or maybe have it prepared for the
yeah,
next meeting.
I think it's like 200 a person.
Oh,
Or
that's
something.
not bad.
200
Yeah.
or 250, I think.
That's
It's
good.
one of those two.
Okay.
I know I'm missing something, but I guess that's it.
Did you go look at that deal with
Nope.
McDonald's?
Did Erin
No
talk
one
to you
told
about
me
it? Okay.
anything.
What deal?
She has a buyer pending.
For
I was looking at the mini truck.
a buyer pending for what?
The mini truck
What mini?
That
Oh,
little-
Chris, yeah, he's got your own,
Yeah.
that's good.
for
Her
Samuel.
little post office vehicle that looks like it,
Yeah.
yeah.
The white mini?
We thought that might make a nice little.
I did mention to her if that didn't work out to let us know.
Just to kinda go back, there was a police report that you sent out, it came
Yes.
later.
That was last month.
Oh, okay,
Oh, okay.
okay, just wanted to make
Yep.
sure, cause I
Yep.
saw it came out just recently, so.
Oh,
Or maybe I just
No.
searched and it came up to the top, never mind.
that we got the papers for that Edge roofing in
Oh,
his
yeah.
insurance.
Mm-hmm,
So is that like
yeah,
I'm good to like
Go
let
for
that
it.
guy know
Yep.
to
Yeah,
just do it?
yeah, cause
Mhm.
that was approved.
Get him on the
That was
books.
approved, we just
Yep.
had to verify that he
Yeah.
was insured.
It just took us forever to.
And it was a good price too.
Yes, yes.
It wasn't, no 16.
yep, so you can go ahead and the 50% down has already been approved, so you just have to get it on the books and,
And if he does
Let
a good
Morgan
job
know to
on
send him a
that,
check,
we're gonna
yeah.
have him look at the old maintenance building.
Yeah. Okay.
To possibly, that will be approved down the road, but that one needs some love.
Okay, alright,
Is that
next.
all you had?
Next month I'll bring stuff for the street sweeper because it got broke.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
No, we don't, next month, we'll deal with next.
That's what I said.
right.
I say, I don't think we'll be sweeping the streets if we got snow, right?
No.
It's not looking like we're gonna get any.
I know, which is okay with me, but
I'm okay with it.
I'm very okay with it, so.
Are you good?
Okay.
That's it?
I think at some point we wanna have a little meeting to talk about the, copper lead. That will be a
Work session?
work
That'd be a
session.
work session
Yeah.
next year.
There's a lot going on with that, you guys, so.
Okay, good
You're glad
times.
abutment? You're glad abutment?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that too,
Jesse's been telling me about it.
yeah, so
It's
there's,
not good.
no, so we gotta get a plan together, so work session's gonna be just on that, so. Okay, code enforcement, we don't have anybody here on that, so we'll go with council, Crystal?
One, Morgan, I'll be up, sometime in the last 2 weeks of December to sit with you and go through the computer system and everything. 'Cause I took 2 weeks off work, so I can come up during the day and everything, it won't be interrupted. And the only other question I have, do we have any kind of ordinance about parking on the wrong side of the street, the backwards way?
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is left wheel to
I-
curb.
I
That's a moving
cannot
violation,
tell
right?
you exactly all of it off the top of my head, and don't question me why I know part of it, but you can park on the wrong side of the road
Mm-hmm,
for 2 hours, I believe.
okay. Not overnight though,
Not every day.
and not every day.
Okay,
I would
just check.
I would assume no, because I'm pretty for sure there's a 2-hour time limit. I don't know.
Okay,
I
good to
didn't
know,
think there was
because
even a
I
2 hour
constantly
time
have
limit.
vehicles in
I
front
know.
of my house.
Yes,
And if it was a Mercedes or something, I probably wouldn't say anything.
Yeah.
But it's a POS and I don't want it sitting in front of my house, especially parked the wrong damn way. So, I don't wanna seem like a big biatch
No.
when I'm going out there and cussing somebody out, so I just thought I'd ask about it and see what the rules are, so that I can
Dominic to
make
look
my
that up
stance and then call the
Yeah, we
popo
can-
if I need to.
There you go.
We can have Dominic.
Her
look
rant
into
is
it.
over.
Done.
We can have Dominic check in
Okay.
too.
Good to know. That's all.
But if you wanna be the one to approach them, that's fine. Mary.
Okay, I reached out to Tom Keyser this week about the section over there that on Kansas there, where that section is state-owned on there, because our school buses, every time we have to get over where we're going on 56, drops right in that big old kahuna hole there that's gonna be. So I did reach out to him. It is state that does do that, but he called them, and he is in the works of, they'll probably end up wanting having the county do it, and he wants to do it right and do a good job for us on that.
good.
So that is in the works on that, because like I said, I'm tired of
Well,
following
they
it with
filled
the school
it and
bus.
it's already gone.
You can't even, it's even worse than it
That's
was
how I
before.
feel.
It's horrible.
Huh?
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
So anyway, well, he sent me a little thing, but it shows where the concrete starts. There's a midsection there that's township, and then the other is state, like state does that. So that'll be the section that they're gonna focus on, but he hasn't talked to as far as getting
Gone
everything
through all the
okay.
channels,
But,
yeah.
but anyway,
Work in progress.
and I also would like to bring up the fact that I know that we had every business, most of the businesses here write letters for the grant and everything, but I would like to give a big shout out to Tom, being a county commissioner and being a business owner, and all the other business owners who wrote letters
Right.
to get us these to help with this KDOT grant that we got. I think there needs to be a big shout out to all them, and I think that made a world of difference in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's my opinion, so, and can I get me a speed limit sign down the street?
Just gonna keep
We
asking.
were still debating on what the speed limit sign needed to be.
Yeah,
At this
20,
point, we
I
25.
think
just
it's
decide
30,
we're not-
I think
we're
it's
not-
30, it's 30.
It's unposted as 30, but the city council can determine it to be 25 and post 25.
They ain't gonna give 25 anyway, I just want something posted, so when they come flying down my road, there is something posted, and they can't say, there's nothing posted.
Yeah. Unposted city streets are deemed to be 30. We can determine it to be 25 and
I would
post
just
25.
like to have,
Do we have a 30 sign? I thought you said we only had a 20 or something.
I think we
No.
might have a 20.
I just think something needs to be posted down there, and I get that it's winter time, but I think some of our speed limit signs and stuff, especially on, like section line, in our little area we have, some of them signs are, and some of the speed limit signs and stuff, and I know that Struber had said something too about maybe straightening up some speed limit signs and stuff, and I get it's winter.
No, and I'm just gonna ask this
Yeah.
question because I really don't know this. On that side of the street's not ours, so is those our signs?
They are on this side of the street, they're not on that side.
No, there's a speed limit sign on the north side.
They're 30
Section
over
line.
here on section line, and then there's a 30 over here on this side on section line that when you're coming into Canton. And I know that because I drive that road a million flipping times a day.
Like when you leave 27th going west, there's one on the opposite side that's,
Well, they're in the city limit area part because we're the ones who had to put those up for 30 miles an hour.
I just didn't know because we don't maintain that road.
Right, but I think they are
I'm just asking.
saying, I think they are our 30 mile an hour.
I'll fix it. I just wanted to make
Right,
sure it's all.
well, no, and I'm just asking, because they're really like leaning over and stuff, and like it really matters, I'm just asking,
We'll,
and, yeah, and
What do we want to post then?
25.
25?
do they,
Slow it down as much as we can.
Mm-hmm.
If they're not gonna do 25, they may do 30. If you post 30, they're gonna do 35.
Right, true.
Okay, so you get it down as slow as we can,
Do we need
because
a
that's part of
motion
what's
on that?
tearing up the roads is the speed.
Yeah, if we're gonna modify that,
Does that need to be an ordinance, Reese?
probably.
Mm-hmm.
I know, I'm a pain, but
No,
So
I mean, a
we'll
sign
write-
is a
I just
sign.
want something posted there so they can't say, well, cause I had a kid,
Mhm.
cause I told him, I said, all right, 3 times. You get to 3, I'm calling you dad. Cause I ain't messing with you no more. And he goes, well, there's no sign there. And I said, well, did you take driver's ed? What do you think it is? What do you think it is on a city street? Since then, he doesn't come down my road anymore. He goes on over by Scott's Road now, and then goes around, which is fine. But it's like, all I'm asking you to do is slow down.
So do we need to wait till next meeting?
I'll
Should
have
we
it-
can wait, yeah.
Write an ordinance and.
I'll
Okay,
make it.
I know, I'm a pain. I just wanna get something posted
So
there.
we're gonna look for 25, so I can order it now.
There's kids
It'll
Out there though,
take,
right? I mean,
There
And
is.
do
There's
we
some
wanna
grandkids.
write an ordinance that drops these speed limits in the entire town to 25?
how
I
many
mean,
signs do
'cause-
you wanna buy?
Oh, I don't think we need to go there.
Some of the streets, I don't see how people do 30
I mean,
on them
I'm
with the
sorry,
truck.
I mean, my opinion is if they, no,
We just need
no,
a
no,
30
no,
sign
no,
that's
no,
posted.
Of course,
I would
you
rather
get
do
on
30.
Second Street and you get about 40
Because
on the side by side,
30
and
is
it's
fine.
pretty smooth.
I just want something posted.
We're just wanting it posted. If we wanna change those, then I feel like we should just maybe do that.
Before
on a
that,
later
it's pretty
date.
rough.
Okay, so, and then I just had one more thing and then I'll be quiet. What are we gonna do about the school,
That's what it is.
20 mile an hour school zone? Lights or something, is that something I need to talk to Dominic about? You guys, and I'm gonna say this wholeheartedly, we need some flashing lights going down that street, and it is the city's job to provide those signs. I
I
am,
don't like the idea of the $16,000.
I know, but I am
There's
telling
a
you,
KDOT.
can
If we
you,
wanna do some research
I'm just
or-
saying,
We need some
we've got
grants or some
kids
funding.
going
There's
across
two.
those streets, people are not abiding by the 20 mile an hour. No offense, I know Dominic's new and everything, but he's been there very few and in between, in the mornings and in the afternoons. And I'm telling you, you guys, I sat there with kids waiting for the bus, before and after school. And these people are flying down that road with no disregard for these kids trying to cross the road.
I think Struber sent me some
But they are
alternatives.
not allowed to
Okay,
help with
point of
any
order,
that.
this is the kind of thing that should be in work
Right.
sessions, not discussing.
I know, I'm
session.
just,
Yeah.
So
I'm
let's
just
move on
bringing
and
it
get
up.
this thing done, okay?
We
We can
will.
hash it out in the work sessions.
Mayor, I don't know if you heard Morgan, you said there were 2
There's
grants?
2 grants that you can look at for it, it just, nobody has looked at it.
you wanna send that to me then?
Yeah. I
That
can
would be
send
Yeah,
it.
fantastic.
Struber had some alternatives too outside of that 16,000.
Right, and he did go over that, but I'm just bringing it up,
Okay.
and
And then maybe what we do is have a work session to go over it and get it.
absolutely,
I agree that it needs to be done, we just need to
right.
have all of our options. Okay.
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 Alright, I'm done,
You're done, Christina?
maybe.
Okay. Just information, so Canton EMS has hired an assistant director now. So we now have that for our community, which is great, more coverage time. Katie Eberly, she's coming into our community, great. It's gonna be a great addition for our city, just to have some more, coverage. So that's just general information. That was effective at the beginning of the month. And then, I know we've had some conversations, and so what I would like to propose is, I know you may not have Mary just because I know it was email, but Dominic's report last month. I think we all kind of saw that. It sparked thought for me, and what I would like to do is streamline our meetings just a little bit more. And so that being said, what I would like to do is get down to a 5-minute department report, just kind of itemized. Anything that's going to be outside of that, I know, like for instance, I'm thinking of, you know, like Morgan has had that, like the text my gov information or updating the, is it software? Is that the right word? That stuff that will be put on the agenda so that we can discuss it, and it's not, I want the information ahead of time so that we can look at it, go over it, ask our questions at the meeting, and then have that quick discussion, not like a last minute deal. And so for me, the department reports are gonna be 5 minutes, and anything outside of that, vac trucks, equipment, anything like that, we add to our agenda so that we can thoroughly spend time on it, if that makes sense.
To the work sessions.
And if we need to do work sessions on some of that stuff, then we need to do that too. It's just, I feel like, we need to reduce our quick decisions and have more informed decisions and have time to think about them. So like having a work session because Austin needs a bunch more equipment. I mean, the water meters worked out, that was quick, but it allows us to, fully engage in the information that he provided or she provided to us and make an informed decision. Or if we need more information, it would give our employees time to gather that information so that we have it for our next meeting and can make the decision.
So we're not just
Yes.
making a decision without.
Right.
With us growing and we've got roads going on, we're trying to maintain and fix buildings, we've got new stuff going on. You know, in all fairness, sometimes we'll ask a question that maybe Morgan didn't think of or Austin didn't think of. It gives them time to gather that for our next meeting, which we'll just say 2 weeks away, we have that answer and we can make a decision. Instead of putting it off for a month and a month and a month, they can actually present what they're asking for
So we're not
in a better
making
light.
hasty decisions.
Right. And then, I mean, like I said, I'm good with work sessions. I don't know how the rest of you feel about that. Especially with some of this stuff that can get detailed with, you know, ordering different equipment or software for you. I just wanna give them the time that's necessary and reduce their other stuff to just, you know.
You want it to actually be a report out.
It needs to
and
be a
not an
report,
ask session.
not, right? And if they want something, then they deserve the time that we can focus on what you're needing and we can ask those questions. And if that needs to be either on the agenda or in a work session, so that we can make those informed decisions. That's just kind of where I'm at with that.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, too.
And that would start,
January.
January, yep.
Start the new year and see how it rolls.
Sounds good.
And that's all for me. That's all you, Scott.
I have been, I know that this is my last meeting of the year, whether or not on council or not next year remains to be seen. But I have been discussing with Dan Smith and Christina, the planning commission, and we're really in kind of a bad spot because we have a planning commission that's not functional because we don't have enough members. So I did look into it, and CAT's statute says 5 members. It doesn't say 5 in the city and 2 from outside, it says 5 members. So after the first of the year, next council meeting, if we can do an ordinance to do a 5-member committee, 2 within the 3-mile radius and 3 within the city, it should give us an active planning commission. Okay, we'll have to make the ordinance change.
Do you know what the current ordinance number is?
I don't know the
Seven, isn't it?
current ordinance number, but it is currently written that it's a 7-member committee, which in a
5
town
from
this.
within and 2 out. Is that
Yes.
right?
Yeah, and
That's
it's
correct.
crazy. I mean, in a town this size.
And and I do have a question on that. For your out of town members, is that, because it's 3-mile radius outside of town, and I should have called you on this, I apologize for putting you on the spot. But can you tell me, is that home ownership or land ownership? Cause there's a difference.
Yeah.
We have a lot of landowners that might be interested.
If they're
I don't know if it's residential. or
I don't know either.
It-
I mean, when you go outside of the town, there's a lot of different ownership types. I mean,
Yeah, but it frees us up to, there's not many houses in 3 miles.
Yeah.
And acceptance to that, or are they landowners?
Guess we need to find out.
I
How
would
do-
lean residences, but I would lean residences.
Yeah, same here.
That's what I was
But-
wondering.
Bylaws about being a
Yeah.
resident within
I
3
don't know off the top of my head, but I would assume residences.
But there's a lot of stuff going on with the county. There's a lot of planning stuff going on. There's a lot of things Dan is very interested in getting involved in and doing something with, and he can't.
yeah, we gotta get it organized.
Okay,
Maybe we
so
extend it from 3 miles to 5 or 6 if, you
We-
know, that encompasses
I don't-
more
we
residential.
can't.
You can't?
We
Okay,
can't, we
didn't
cannot
know
do
for sure.
that. It's 3 miles, but because that is the scope of influence that the city of Canton has outside of our city limits.
Cause we
So.
had
Dan?
We're lacking we're lacking one more out-of-town member.
One more.
We're lacking one, right now, we're lacking one out-of-town member, but we'll be lacking one in-town member starting in January,
Right.
and one out-of-town member.
Cause
Now,
David was going to
If
be
we
on that committee.
reduce that to 5 though.
Then we would still be lacking we would be lacking one out-of-town member is all we
Okay.
would be lacking.
Okay, so that makes it a little easier, theoretically. But, yeah.
We won't still be lacking David.
Yeah, no, David, he's an in-town, so he'd fall off
Yeah.
if we went down to 5. So we do have 3 in town right now,
Okay.
4 in town. We only have 1 out of town, and we need
have
1
4
more
in
out of
town.
town.
Okay.
So
Okay.
to get to our 5, with David falling off, we would move to 3 in town, which we do have, and
Okay,
we got
gotcha,
1 out of town.
gotcha.
We just need 1 more out of town.
Okay.
We've discussed some, conversation options, for those out-of-town members, and we haven't talked to all of them yet, so, or by we, I mean him, so.
And then once I talk to them, then I'll present it to you to ask them to be on the count, to be on that, and then.
And that was the thing, we had someone interested that owns land, but doesn't reside, so that was kind
I'll
of the
check,
question.
I'll check.
Please.
I was pretty sure it was
I would,
Yeah,
I would
reside,
assume.
I think it's
Yeah.
residential.
yeah.
So we'll get an ordinance in place to drop it from 7 to 5.
If we can have that done at the meeting in January, then
Okay.
that would, and then we could possibly have something set up either in January or February to start.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
There's just a
Have you
lot going
posted
in
on
town.
like the Canton page looking for members to support the planning commission?
No,
But
we
you're
ha-
pretty
Actually, that's not the planning commission's responsibility, it's the council's responsibility to find the members.
Oh, well,
The
Yeah.
council has
can't we
to
just
appoint-
post something too on our
We
page?
could, but, I mean, we can, but the thing
Kinda,
is
yeah.
you can actually look at who owns it and who has
Right.
houses, and it's pretty like,
Yeah.
you probably don't have to use your toes, so.
there's some people that I need to ask if they're interested. If they're interested, then I'll present it to
There you
the
go.
mayor, and then the mayor can ask them.
We're getting closer with that though.
Okay.
If we can get down to that 5, I think
Yeah.
that's gonna solidify that,
Yeah.
and we could see it at
With-
the beginning of the year.
With the changes that they're proposing on 56, with there's a lot going on, and we can't really do a lot right now.
I highly encourage any of our residents, I did go to the meeting, what night was that, Mario, when we were there? That was Tuesday. So we were there Tuesday, and some of these changes that are directly in the Canton area, it may affect some of our businesses, and talking to, owners of said business, you know, it could affect them, so your input, like, they were asking opinions and writing sticky notes on this stuff, guys. And so I think it's highly important for you to look at that and give your opinion and listen to your business owners. I know they're across the highway, but, you know, they do stuff for our town as well. And so, just, some of those I guarantee you won't like, and some of them you will. So put your opinion out there, because they're good changes, and some of them not so much.
Yep.
Something that was mentioned to me, and I hadn't even given it a thought, was a roundabout at 27 and 56.
No.
That would be
It's not
next.
even in the plan.
But
That's not even in the
No,
plan.
it's not
Okay,
in the
good.
plan.
it was not in the plan.
No.
No.
It was
No.
discussed.
They
It was not
discussed,
discussed.
they discussed roundabouts
Whoa, no way.
initially,
I was gonna
initially.
say
but
that
they
would
never
come-
I've
discussed
seen
them.
too much
at
semi-traffic get
locations.
stuck in those things.
Have you?
But it
That's
also
not-
is
That
a-
wouldn't even make no sense anymore.
No.
It is a good thing.
It would definitely slow down
We have a
traffic.
turn lane then.
Yeah, it might stop, it could,
Yeah, it's stopping somebody, but not how you think.
Yep.
That wasn't even in the plans. That is not something that they had
Okay.
laid out yesterday.
I wasn't there.
Yeah.
I was brought to.
It's
brought
actually
up.
really good on a major highway. It's
Wow.
very safe.
I don't see that.
I don't like the idea of
Wow.
putting 2 lanes going straight through Kansas, or through Canton, that we're not slowing down traffic by doing that, but, I don't know, I wasn't at the meetings, I don't know anything, so,
I don't know.
I'm done,
You're done?
I'm done.
Okay, Ms. Morgan.
Do we need to talk about this? Cause that's coming up and I need to know what we're doing. So
Okay, yeah, we better talk about that.
if any days are set as mandatory, and I don't know, I know the book currently says if an officer does not work on a holiday, a part-time officer has to be assigned to work. It doesn't say what holidays, it doesn't say how many holidays.
It did say a couple of them, like
It
4th of July.
says specifically 4th of July, but that's
We
it.
took that out. Or
My question is, if we're gonna require an officer work a holiday, especially with New Year's coming up, then what are we paying them to be at work that day? Because other employees get paid regular pay to be at home and have the day off. You know, they're compensated to be off that day.
Most companies pay
Time and a
time and a
half.
half
Time
or
and a half.
double
Yeah.
time if it's a holiday
Time and a
day.
half.
But I also think because there's not a set schedule for his position, that leaving it open-ended, not specifically with him, I'm just saying in the future, if we had other officers, it could bring up a problem. You know, who's to say you wouldn't work a 14-hour shift because you're making time and a half?
Well, there are some days
You
that,
know,
And sometimes it's out of your control,
Right.
yeah, you
Right.
start work and you don't get to go home when you wanna go home,
Yeah.
totally understand.
especially for those kind of
Yes,
positions in
yes.
a way.
That's why I was like,
What position are we talking about?
police department.
Okay.
So I just need to know before we pass more holidays, because I've already paid him for 3, for 8 hours that he was not here, because that's what we do for other full-time employees.
So if it's a mandated work holiday, we need to come up with an amount if we're regulating them to work said holiday.
And then certain amount of hours, or however, guess we can't put
You-
that in case something happens.
You could,
You could.
with the exception that, you know, I think, you know, you could say not to exceed 8-hour shift unless proof to supervisor, mayor,
There
you
you go,
know.
cause you never know what's gonna happen.
Right, you can start your shift anytime you want, but you don't always get to
And
pick when
any
you start.
said event is going to be a log, I mean, law
Right,
enforcement, it's gonna
right,
be logged.
right,
It's not
right.
gonna be,
There's
well, I
gonna be
had
proof.
to
Right,
run around in circles, like, it's gonna be a logged event.
absolutely.
Or a water leak, for
Right.
instance, like, it's gonna kinda be a logged event. So.
I just don't wanna continue to go through holidays with nothing in place being discussed, because,
So if he's required to be here, we do time and a half to 10 hours and double time after 10?
No,
Mm-mm,
If he's actually working.
no. I think thinking of something different, weren't
I was thinking along the lines of time and a half or 8.
we? Yeah,
And
Yes.
then anything exceeding that has to be approved by the mayor.
yeah.
Well,
Documented
documented and approved.
and
yes.
approved by the mayor.
Yeah.
So, 8.5 days,
8 hours.
8 hours of time and a half.
8 hours.
You're paying 8 hours for holiday
You
pay
said
for
it
all
says in
other
the
employees.
handbook it's mandatory for there to be a police officer on the holiday?
I didn't think it said that.
It doesn't. I'm
It
reading
says
July
if
4th.
if an officer's not available, a part-time officer has to be assigned to work the holiday.
That's not what I just read. In the event the officer should be called out, that officer would be eligible for overtime pay for the period of time he was called out.
There you go.
City employees are also, that's the only thing it says
What-
about an officer.
What section are you?
I'm in the holiday, I'm in the work hours,
I'll have to-
E3.7.
I'd have to look at it.
Okay.
I don't remember where it is, sorry, I just.
Okay, that's the
And
only
there's
place
2
I
sections
saw.
for police department
Mhm.
specifically, but I,
Okay,
yeah, because it says that police officer has to work 4th of July.
okay,
Is that in there?
let me see.
I think we.
I don't know, I just wanna ask about holiday pay because the previous handbook does not cover hourly pay because it wasn't written for hourly employees and now we're hourly employees and things aren't matching up and I don't wanna continue just making up rules or asking questions after it's already happened. I don't feel like that's fair to anybody.
It is a day that you do want law enforcement. So that would make sense that it would say part-time, an officer of some sort has to be
Right.
on duty.
Has to be on duty or has to be on call?
You know, I'm going with our current situation, has to be on duty. On call is a 45-minute response time. So in this situation, I'm gonna say on duty.
Is that clarifying enough for you?
I believe so.
We'll
Glad
move
you
on.
got something out of that.
Sorry to make notes.
I'm just as confused as I say that.
There is a court clerk conference again, and I apologize, I was not able to get logged into the court system. Last year, I do believe it was free to attend, and they actually reimbursed me for mileage and things like that, so the city doesn't have to pay anything for it. It's a 2-day conference. It is in Wichita this year, so that would be nice. Last year, I think it was like Overland Park or something, but the 26th is for new clerks. You can attend up to 2 times, so I did go last year. I could go again to orientation, and then the second day is for all clerks. You can go every year if that's what you want to do. It just takes me out of the office those 2 days. I know Erin is still here, but I just wanted to make sure it was approved for me to sign up or not.
What date?
Oh, sorry, March 26th and 27th.
Is that the same days as yours?
Yeah.
20 minutes.
We can carpool to Wichita.
Oh, it's in Wichita too?
Yeah. I'm probably not the same place
Same for you
because,
too?
no.
Yours was the 24th.
Maybe you want to go with guys and the girls
Okay,
can go
so
with
we'll move
girls.
on.
Yeah.
This is crazy fact, yeah.
Do we need?
Just saying.
And is
I'm
this,
good with it.
this would just be something that I would attend. Erin would still be here in the office because she doesn't do
You
court.
guys good with her going?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
I don't know, I don't know, I think the guys wanna go with guys, more than the girls go with girls.
That's okay, their truck is dirty. The league membership is up for renewal. Erin and I discussed it, and we just weren't sure on what needs approved and what doesn't need approved, and we felt like annual memberships is just good to have it approved, because if we don't, then it's not documented. It is our, league membership dues come with a government journal. It's complimentary. It's $563.93, and that's for the year.
500 what?
63.93.
Just,
Is that good with everybody?
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Yep. Proceed.
Doesn't have to be, that's what they want. Just saying.
Sorry, my papers are out of order. The league is, I'm sorry, the clerks, group is also up for renewal. I don't have the paper. I think it's in, it might be in here. I don't know, I'll find it. Sorry.
Don't we need to talk about the Scott Lilly thing too?
No, that's approved for, under contract for 5 years, so even if you say not to sign it, we're still under
Still sign.
contract for 5 years. So, I just got it up to sign. I don't know, I'll have to look at that. It's like, it's $50, I'm pretty for sure.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't have the exact, but, just to be in the clerk membership again. And then, I have recently had somebody ask about, notary. I don't know 100% of the process. I know there was a notary in the office in the past, but it looks like it hasn't been since Diane, maybe. So I did reach out as far as, what do I do to get the process started? It is through our insurance company. They said the notary bond premium is $50 for a 4-year term, and the fee to the state is $25.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, I would still need to get some papers notarized outside of the office, because I don't think I could notarize
No.
my own
Yourself,
signature.
yeah.
So,
But they
it's
do
only
it at
gonna
the
help
banks.
so much, but
They do
yeah,
it at the
I
banks,
do it at
so,
the bank
yeah.
now, so.
Okay,
It's just
sounds
hard with court, everything's
Yep,
gotta be
sounds good.
stamped, so.
Okay,
Okay.
that's
Get
all you
her
have to
done.
do is register for it,
Yep.
you don't have to take a class or.
That's all
They
she.
probably send you
No.
some literature and a
Yes.
stamp.
You don't have to take a class.
Okay.
Okay, I wasn't sure what,
Yeah.
they said order a stamp, that's the
Yep.
first, that's the first step.
And you
and I
get a
was like,
little
oh,
book
jump
that
right
says, hey,
in. Okay.
this is how you use it.
Okay, sounds
Okay.
good.
So.
You actually have to notarize your own thing. So like you have to order the stamp before you can send in your application because you have to stamp your application.
Oh, gotcha.
So
Makes sense.
it's a
Maybe you
little
can
backwards.
notarize your
I
own
get it.
signature.
I get it. And then in your packet, you should have a paper for the penny
Mm-hmm.
notice. I guess, just am asking for that to either be approved or be changed to what it needs to
I
say.
don't see any issues with that.
No.
Everybody's okay with that?
Even Walmart's shorting your pennies already,
That's what I'm
if
saying.
you pay cash in the
I
machine.
know, me too.
But this, you were applying it, as a credit to the
Yeah.
account.
Yes,
So I like that even better, you're not.
It's the same thing
Yeah.
we do with overpayment now, it's just not
Nobody's
everybody
losing
wants.
out.
Let's go out
Right,
and
it's a
text
win-win.
them
Yeah, we can
or-
put it out on Text My Gov and we'll post it on the door and Facebook page and wherever we can.
Do we need
Sounds good.
to,
Alright,
do we need to
okay.
make a motion to approve this? The penny
To
shortage?
no longer
Yeah.
give back change, okay.
Let's do that.
Is that gonna be an ordinance number or anything? It's just. no,
Just
okay.
The state did it already, didn't they, or the whole United States?
I'm gonna make a motion, to proceed with the official notice of the cash payment changes. So, because of the penny shortage, what we're gonna do is anything over will be credited, to the account as an overpayment, versus giving change back. Does that cover that? Okay.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I sent out, I just wanna, quick, sent out the update for my town. It looks like the county as a whole has decided they're not doing that, but they're gonna look into some other options. So there's an update for that. Oh my gosh. We did the roofing thing. That's your plan, that's my proposal. So the only thing left I have is from the senior center. They sent a letter, that it is a social place not just for the senior citizens, but for any person to come for coffee, pool, or socialize. They offer foot care, commodities, general help for elders, nonprofit with no help from the government. They do get a little from the county and United Way, but what they get from those two and what they make from fundraisers, they're having a hard time meeting bills to keep the doors open. They're asking for donations, whether it is personal or business, every amount helps. If you would like to give a donation, please make the check to Canton Senior Center. If you would like a receipt for tax purposes, they will get you one. And it came to the city, so I just wanted to read that.
You done?
That's all I
Okay, I'll try to make mine short and sweet. There is a small piece of land out at the sewer. What did we end up calling that?
the landlocked sewer
The landlocked sewer,
piece.
there's a
I
little
think.
piece.
What did we say? It was point?
0.016
Yeah,
acres,
Oh, geez.
yeah, and
or 0.06.
we think it was just left out of being deeded over to the Davises years ago, so, I spoke to Brock and he would like us to just get that deeded over, if I can get.
It is completely landlocked. We have no access to it,
Sure.
ownership wise.
Okay.
And
So I
it
probably
does
need a
have no purpose.
Motion on that
Yeah.
to go ahead and.
Is
do the
it
deed.
possible that it has something to do with the previous sewage system? in
Yes.
That's
town?
exactly what it was, where the old pump was.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we'd be pretty clear of that liability wise. I mean, has it caused any problems if we let it go?
No.
There you go.
Okay. So I'll ask Reese to, we'll get
Do
you.
you have
all
a
that
legal description?
legal and-
Yeah.
So,
Can I ask to make a motion?
motion,
That's you, I don't know what, I don't.
Motion to release the 1 point,
no.
No.
Zero.
Point.
I would just say small.
the small
Section.
section of landlocked property out by the sewer plant to Brock Davis.
Okay. A second,
I'll second.
all those in favor,
Aye.
opposed? And, Austin and I sat down with Brock also about their water rates. And if they get, I think what did we go with, the fairgrounds,
The nonprofit?
the nonprofit, if they get that in place, are we good?
We didn't,
The same rate for the,
I don't
as the
think we-
fairgrounds, or?
Talk
Yeah.
about it.
I mean, like, here's my deal, it doesn't matter, we said nonprofit.
Yep,
Right.
So no matter what that is, if you have the certificate of nonprofit, we
Yep.
need to honor that.
yes,
Okay.
I agree.
Because the
They just-
nonprofit
and they wouldn't get the
regulations are
discount
not
the
set by
fairgrounds
us.
get.
Somebody
Yeah,
said something
right.
about non-profit, doesn't mean,
Nonprofit doesn't mean they're tax exempt, there's two separate things, so
yeah.
you can be nonprofit and still have to pay sales tax, but you have to bring in your tax exemption along with your nonprofit
Right.
if you wanted to be non-tax and.
Now, why would they be non-profit?
I don't know if they can get it done, I don't know.
I mean,
They have to prove that through the
Yeah.
regulations
How do you
of
prove it's
nonprofit,
nonprofit out
correct?
Yeah, that's,
Yeah,
we're
I
talking
don't
about
know
by
if
the
they're
sewer
gonna set
plant
up
is
something,
where
I don't know.
There's a house out there. Was he non-profit when he had the house?
But yeah,
Your
I
grandpa?
think there's plans of changing things out there, so I don't know, I'm just asking.
Well, if there's a rental property out there, that's certainly not a nonprofit situation.
It's
What?
disappearing.
It's
Yeah,
disappearing.
It's gonna
Yeah,
go
it's
away,
disappearing.
Yeah,
Is it?
well,
yeah.
and,
Okay.
They'd have to bring the proof in
I
to
mean,
be
that's what I'm saying,
nonprofit,
it's
so.
not,
Right, they have to do the paperwork.
They
Did
have
we
to
give them
start
a
showing,
time
because I
that they
think
have
more
to
than-
do this by, because
I'm just gonna be quiet.
are they gonna take 8 months
I just
to?
don't
It
understand.
can be changed at any time, but until I have the paperwork, I have to
Right,
charge
so-
them.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, are we
Regular rate.
currently
I mean,
charging them the current
Yes.
rate, and then they'll bring that in when they get it, okay,
Oh,
perfect.
that was
Did
what
they-
we said, they have to physically show the paperwork to Morgan in order to get that status.
Yeah,
Until they do that, they're paying as is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nonprofit has to file with
Just
the.
gonna-
Don't,
with the
don't
federal.
burn yourself there,
Well, I'm not.
I just wanted to make sure they were
Yeah,
currently paying,
okay.
and it wasn't on hold for that paperwork or
No,
something,
no,
you
no,
know.
no.
So until they provide, anyone provides that paperwork to Morgan, they have charged the,
The full
The
rate.
outside city limits.
Yep.
And nonprofits have to file with the federal government?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it
So,
all has, it's
Yeah,
all.
they'll take care of all the.
And it's not
That's
at
up
one
to
time,
them.
it has to be renewed every so often.
Yeah, I'm sure you
Okay.
And we did get an official letter from McPherson County that our Canton City Council, we had newly elected city officials, David Tripp will be coming on after the first of the year. And then we had Dustin Birdsong. Now, did we get an email from him?
Not that I've seen.
Okay, because we did reach out to him, because he's now living in Lindsburg.
Yes.
And I wanted to get something official that said that he was not gonna be taking that position.
Don't you have to live in the city
Well,
to be
he
on the
doesn't-
council
yeah.
anyway?
But he doesn't own that property anymore.
it doesn't matter.
It
You
doesn't
have to
matter.
live there,
Right,
reside.
right.
Even if
I
he
get
did,
you, I
yeah.
get you.
I just want something so
Yeah.
somebody says we're not doing something wrong here,
Yeah.
so.
Gotcha.
We'll get
He
that
had
from
to be
him.
listed on the ballot, Crystal, because when he did
Yeah.
apply
He
to
did
be on the
live
Right,
there,
ballot,
yeah,
he
he
did
lived
own
here.
that property.
Yeah.
And then it was too late in the
Right.
process.
What-
Exactly, yeah.
According to Holly, once you're on the ballot, you can't be taken
Yeah,
Right,
off.
right,
yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So then we'll be, nominating, I guess, another individual for that open spot that Dustin Birdsong created, so.
After the first of the year.
Yeah, along with when David comes in, so just wanna point that out. And I think that's really all I have. So, with that being said, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And we will set up some kind of a, I don't have trouble with this.
Work session.
Work session, okay?
You're tired, you needed that.
No, I just can't. Okay, on the insurance, so.
Oh, okay.
That was gonna be a lot.
Have you gotten some clothes?
Well, we'll probably just be going with Blue Cross Blue Shield, but they have,
Different
you know,
plans.
different plans.
Oh.
But it was going
Did
down.
you know
the
what
line.
time
I wanted
You were elected, so.
Did anybody record what time they
Okay.
called?
I'll sit where I'm at.
Get out of it.
Yeah, yeah, we can just get it changed and then I already got a couple people that I can talk to and.
Either him or
So you were at the,
you guys,
what?
I'm really also not
And she said they weren't here.
vested with that authority, you're kind of filling. So I'm
What I
really
was
trying
thinking
to
is you
need some